On a rainy day, you can either go bowling, or you can go watch a movie, or you can go shrimp fishing, indoor shrimp fishing. Now I know, I've lived here many years and I've never done it myself either, but for the sake of my blog, I've decided to go try it. And I have to tell you right now, I'm probably gonna go back because it was surprisingly fun. So one thing is for sure, shrimping is not a fancy affair. The place we went to was in Xindian. They had 2 pools and then a very basic restaurant set up next to the pools. If you don't want to cook your own shrimp, I think this restaurant will probably do it for you. But before you can do anything, you need to catch some shrimp, and for that you're gonna need some fishing rods. So head on over to the ticketing booth and tell him how many rods or diaogan you want. You pay per rod per hour. So at this place we paid 300 for the first hour and then 250 for every hour thereafter. After you get your bait from them, go find a place next to the pool where you want to be and then wait for the measuring guy. This guy's gonna measure out your line and attach a little floaty for you. And then it's game time. You need to put the bait on the hook. A rather unpleasant activity if you ask me, so I passed it on. Once you got both hooks baited, drop them in the water and start to watch that little float. If it dips into the water, you've got something. I don't think shrimping qualifies as a high adventure action sport, so best you get yourself a beverage to help pass the time. The locals here are super friendly and they don't mess around. They carry baskets of beverages and they're almost constantly hooking or unhooking shrimps that they've caught. They even came over to us a few times to help us and teach us how to do it the proper way. In this case, he was telling us to hold our rod closer to the water. Then you're back to watching that little float. So while we're waiting for the shrimp, I'll put the Google Maps of this particular place on my blog, and I'll also add a couple of Chinese phrases that might help you if you want to ask where the closest shrimping place to you is and so on. Finally, the floaty dips and we've got our first shrimp. But be careful, these little guys don't mess around. They will pinch you as soon as they have the chance. The key is to pull the pinchers or claws out as soon as possible. Poor Nacho had to learn this the hard way. Ew, his finger actually got cut open. When your time is up, you put your catch on a stick and you get ready to barbecue. The locals once again taking pity on us with our measly little 5 shrimps and giving us a whole bunch of their shrimps. The gas grill is slightly tricky, so we just asked the guy to help us get it going. You should turn these guys a few times. You want to cook it properly. You do not want to eat this raw. Once you get it out of the fire, it's going to be piping hot, so be very careful. And apparently it's really good. To tell you the truth, I came here today with the intention of trying one of these for the sake of my blog, but after seeing them being cooked alive, there's just no way in hell I could do it. So I'm just going to let the boys enjoy this one.